Hey guys, what is up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review, where today we're taking a look at another Carnage figure. Previously on the channel, we just took a look at the new Carnage Marvel Legends and the Diamond Select Marvel Select Carnage figure, and in that video I spoke about how I really wanted to get the Carnage Marvel Legends with the Cletus Kasady head and the bladed weapon accessories. Well, I finally got him. I had my eye on eBay for so long, wanted to get one for the right price, and I finally won one in an auction, and I'm so happy. He looks so good, and let's not wait any longer. Let's take a closer look at him. Wait, before we do, guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, guys, let me know in the comment section below, or you might want to wait until you see a bit of this video, but let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the Marvel Select Carnage, or do you prefer this Marvel Legends one? Because I'm really unsure. I really like that Marvel Select one that we took a look at. I like the Cletus Kasady head, but this one also looks really good, so I'm torn. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think, and let's just get into this video. And here is Carnage as I picked him up on eBay. He came loose, but I do believe he has all these accessories. He looks fantastic. We recently had a look at the Diamond Select Carnage, which I deliberately picked up because it had the Cletus Kasady head. So I was on the lookout for the Marvel Legends version, and I finally managed to pick him up. And I think overall I do prefer him. The Diamond Select one is just really gnarly. I mean, it really shows off the evil side of Carnage. This is more comic book and fun, and yeah, I really like this head sculpt to get started. I mean, looks like Cletus Kasady, looks pretty menacing, and yeah, good sculpt for the hair and everything, good colour, like the eyes and the teeth. It looks really good. Then we've got the body, and it's what I'm pretty much used to because I already had this guy, and we'll get more into that later. But the body's pretty good as well. We had a look at the Marvel Legends, the newest Carnage Marvel Legends, which had all the sculpted black lines on it, and yeah, that's definitely a better look to have those sculpted black lines as opposed to these painted on ones, but it still holds up, it still looks pretty good, and it's consistent throughout the figure. We also have these tendrils that can attach on, so you can take them off the back like so, and also slot them in as you please, because I do know a lot of folk don't really like the added tendrils and they like the option to take them off, so that is pretty good that we have the option there. It's more of the paint going around the back, and yeah, it's consistent in the front as well. The paintwork's pretty good and the tendrils are sculpted pretty well. Another reason I really wanted this figure is because of the weapon accessories, which are just part of him, do you know, like what I mean? It's just his hands, but it counts as a weapon as well, in my book anyway. And it's sculpted really well. I mean, it looks awesome. The way the hand is just a normal hand, but it's also got the symbiote coming out and becoming a massive blade. I think it looks great. The detail is great on the sculpt, but why is there no paint? Why does the black paint stop? It seems so simple, this black paint throughout the whole figure. It seems pretty obvious that it would just continue down, continue around the blade and the tendrils and everything, but no, it's just pure red, and it's decent, it looks great, it looks very Carnage, but I wish it just had some more black paint on there. I have thought to myself, I might go round it with a Sharpie, I might customise it myself, but I just don't know if I trust myself enough to do a good job, and I don't know. I just wish it originally came with the black paint on it, but it doesn't, and it's kind of the same with all the other hands. I mean, here's another alternative hand, no black paint on this. There wasn't any on the other Carnage figure, which is very similar. Once again, we'll take a closer look at that later, but just some black paint would have really made this pop and really just kept the figure flowing. Putting them back down so we can have a look at the other accessories the figure comes with. So yeah, he also came with just these natural, normal hands, and they're pretty decent, good sculpt. As I said on the newer Marvel Legends Carnage figure review, I do believe these are just the same hands that they've used time and time again. It's just that on the new one, they've got more sculpted black paint to them, so yeah, I guess the new ones are better. These are a good sculpt, but they need the black paint. And then we get the Carnage head, and this looks great. Really like the white on here, really pops. Contrast with the black, all the paintwork is just really nice. Got the red in the mouth here, the black teeth, and the paint is awesome. The sculpt's great, just very Carnage, and I do like it. So here we have this Carnage next to that Carnage. Yeah, this is where I don't really know what's going on. So this is the first Carnage figure I picked up in my collection. First Carnage figure I got him loose on eBay for a great price, and I'm sure he's made an appearance on the channel before. As far as I know, Marvel Legends released 2 Carnage figures that were really similar. They released one figure, which I believe is this guy, and it was part of maybe an Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure wave. And then they released this guy, which I think was a Space Venom Build-A-Figure wave. I'm really not too sure. That's just what I think. Both figures were really similar, except this one came with more accessories and the alternative head. However, now I really don't know if this is just a fake version of this one. So as far as I know, the Ultimate Goblin Build-A-Figure Carnage, there were a lot of fakes off on eBay kicking around. And who's to say I've not just picked up a second-hand fake? At this point, I don't know, because he is really loose. I mean, his head's really loose, his legs are really loose. You can see slight gappage in the ab area, which is sometimes a sign of a fake. It is a very good fake if it is, and, you know, I don't like him any less. I mean, it's a lot better to have the genuine, but, I mean, for the price I picked him up for, and the fact I have a few more Carnages now, I'm not overly bothered. I just don't know if this is the Green Goblin Build-A-Figure wave or this same figure just with alternative hands and no alternative head. Yeah, I don't know. If you can help me out in the comments, go for it. I don't know myself. I don't really know. Basically, these are very similar figures is what I'm getting at, except one has accessories and one has a head. I just don't know if this is the older Carnage, if it's the same Carnage, or if it's even a genuine Hasbro product. And now we have this Carnage next to an older ToyBiz Carnage that is also a new pickup. Just because I'm on this crazy Carnage hype train that a few other folk are riding at the moment, I thought I'll just try and get as many Carnage figures as I can for as cheap as I can. I picked this old ToyBiz Carnage up for £8. I think he's missing a bit of his foot. He's not in the best condition, but he looks pretty cool to me. So I was going to make a whole just separate video on this guy, and then I thought, nah, we'll just add it in with this Carnage here. So I'm trying to get him to stand for as long as we can to analyse any similarities and differences. Obviously, it's an older figure by years. His hands are massive, the whole sculpt is just completely different. But I do really like the head on this guy, and let's just take a closer look at him. So this guy looks great. I think this head sculpt looks awesome. It does really remind me of the early Carnage comics, you know, some of the panels and that. This head sculpt really rings true to that, and it looks just, yeah, it looks crazy. The teeth there look heavy, gnarly. The paint's pretty good, especially after all this time. It's definitely held up in the head sculpt more than other areas. Once again, I wasn't sure whether to run a Sharpie over some of these sculpts here just to add that, you know, pop to the figure, but I'm probably just going to leave it as is. It does work as is anyway. Just your classic ToyBiz ball joints and everything like that. He is missing a bit on his foot. But I think overall, he's a pretty cool figure, and I'm glad to now have him in the collection, to have a really old figure compared to a newer one. The hands are just pretty mental, they're huge, no alternative hands or anything, the fingers are articulated, and yeah, pretty cool. If you own this, let me know what you think of him. If you don't own him, let me know what you think of him. But decent Carnage. Back to Cletus Kasady here. Let's check out the articulation. You can get his head moving all the way back, all the way down, so great range of motion there, left and right, and he does kind of pivot a wee bit. His arm's going to move about that far out, no further than that. You can play around with the ball joint. He's got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed elbows. You can move it round at the wrist, and it will move up and down as well at the wrist. Same articulation in this arm here. You've got an ab crunch. It's can move that forwards and backwards pretty well. Move around at the waist, kick his leg forward, kick his leg back, kick his leg, let's see, you can kick his leg out about that much. He's got an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. You can move him around at the calf, and you can move the feet backwards and forwards, as well as getting a bit of an ankle pivot. And there we have it for this Carnage figure, and I do really like him. I think it could be my favourite. I don't know, I really like the newer Marvel Legends that we just looked at on the channel, the newest release Carnage from Marvel Legends. It is probably the best Carnage, but the fact that this one comes with so many interchangeable hands and the alternative head, it really does just make it for me. I mean, the head sculpt is great, and I always love an alternative head for these figures. The alter ego, it's great to be able to change it around, and these blade accessories are just awesome. I don't know why the newer Carnage doesn't come with these options, because it would then just be the ultimate Carnage figure. So the fact that it doesn't, I'm really in this battle of two mindsets. I don't know if this is my favourite, I don't know if the newer one's my favourite, and I think I'm going to have to swap around some of the accessories, swap around the head sculpts on the two figures, and just have a mishmash, have a kit bash, and I feel like I'm rapping there, I don't even know. Both of them are awesome. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I will probably post on my Instagram these two figures mished and mashed and see what works with what, and hopefully I'll then come up with a conclusion. Until then, let me know what you guys think down below. While you're down there, guys, hit that like button, do me a massive favour and hit that subscribe button, because hopefully I'm going to have some future Carnage figures on the channel and we can check them out. But until then, I'll have plenty of other content up, looking at plenty of other figures. I'll also leave the link to my Instagram down in the description below, where I'll post some pictures of this guy up on there, so feel free to go check that out. But until next time, guys, as always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.